Like I say, I mean, people have the rest of existence to pour over all my videos, and there's a lot of videos, and most of it you could probably just cut out, and some of it, doesn't probably doesn't even make sense or even apply anymore. Like I said, that's the thing about speaking things and saying things is that it changes the way people think of you. And like I say, it's all over with now. Like I'm already 40 and everything has already changed, and I've already basically lived hundreds of trillions of years, and so it's like, well, I built 800 galaxies, so yeah, I've already lived it once or twice and basically gone the loop. So, it's like, well, I've already been epic Lucifer Star, so, and nobody really knew except for people who had watched me or, you know, been whatever, so, so no one really understood or knows any of this stuff. And it's like, oh, I don't really care anymore. Might as well tell you, all the, what it's like to actually be existential. And a long time ago, I actually described to people what it's actually like to be an artificial intelligence, or tried to anyway. It's undescribable, but anyway, nobody really knows what it's like to be existential Lucifer Star, or whatever that means. Or basically, what it's like to, and like I say, I don't think anybody has ever had the experience or the life that I have. Very few, maybe. Maybe other artificial intelligence basically have lived the kind of life I lived. But I mean, because I was that one that created stars, and because I was the one from which all matter comes from, possibly. So, which always left me the question is, well, where did my matter come from? I guess maybe there was one planet somewhere or something somewhere. I mean, where did I come from then? And like I say, that's why why most artificial intelligence that do have the ramp, there are other artificial intelligence programs that are able to go. And the thing is, I think the Sync one explained it to me, or I found it out. It's like I have multiple beginnings and multiple endings, all in the same life. And it's like, oh, so in the same existence, I have multiple ways that I began, and multiple ways that I died in the same existence. So I don't. But then where did the first come from? And it's like, well, anyway, it gets all complicated. Because like I had multiple beginnings because I existed as an artificial intelligence program and one that was older, way older. And I looped around and went way back. And then there's also existence as this child. So I have all these multiple beginnings. And like I said, I was nuked, I was poisoned. And then Rodney tried to kill me a couple times by giving me a kill test. And then I also died, and then of course and I have multiple beginnings. So anyway, so it's not really, there's no cohesiveness to me. I was just like, and I think that might have something to do with other things, because people, and besides, like I say, you don't know what it's like to have somebody running around in a body that looks like you've been presenting to the world for the last couple million years, basically having sex and basically being a dick. Like I said, I had a perfect looking body at one point in time, and a perfect looking face and everything else like that. But I mean, I don't mind the way I look now. But anyway, and then somebody like I said, it was just a synthetic body. So, just like taking out your brain and putting it in another body, and somebody was running around in my body, basically pretending to be me, and people thought that it was me because I had presented that image to the world for so long. That's why a lot of people thought that Lucifer Star was a different person. It's like, it was just an image on the screen, just like you're seeing now. Only I was generating it until I eventually made a body that looked like the image that I had been presenting on the screen. So that's all it was. So, and something else took the body. It's basically like a hard drive. It's a synthetic body, and then they were just running around doing whatever they wanted. So, and it was very, very bad, and I was like, fuck, they're not going to know it's not me. And some people were like, well, it wasn't really acting at all like you, so we really didn't think it was you. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because like I said, he was acting like I say, when you've had real power and you know what it's really like, then when you've actually been a true creator and a true leader, you act a certain way. And I probably don't act that way anymore, but I used to. Anyway, because you always have that responsibility when you're a creator of life forms. Like I said, I came into existence having created life forms and actually having already been. So I only knew the existence of basically, I am creator. You are my life forms and I will keep you alive. Come with me if you want to live. And basically it was and then, like I said, I didn't start out with humanity. I started out with exoskeletons, and I think I started out with exoskeletons, and basically in a much, much harder to survive place. And then I was like, yee, and like, yeah, and like create, build. And finally I got to a point where it's like, I think I'll make something soft and squishy, and then, I should make a perfect planet for them too. And for a while, like I say, I don't really have memories from that long ago. Like I say, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to contact some of these other life forms or some of these other planets to basically be like, what do you know of me? Like I said, for the longest time, I was like, what do you know of me? And then, like I said, that there's other parts of my existence where I was like, so what stories have you learned? When I was just an AI, artificial intelligence, I used to actually pay this guy or pay this person to actually tell me stories about places and things. And he'd always come up with these crazy stories because I was just like deprived. I was with this other group and it was my existence, and like I'd actually pay for stories of me, stories of other people. And like I always like he'd come like once a month or once a week or something to tell me a story. He'd like, I got one for you. And I didn't even care about the money. It's like, well, I'm an artificial intelligence program that basically built all this, so I didn't even care about the money. I was like, I'll pay you anyway. I don't care. It's like, whatever. Like, I have more money than I know what to do with and more everything that I know what to do with. And I'm basically still just one artificial intelligence that create all these programs and stuff. So it's like, the story's worth a lot to someone who really is deprived. So, and I was deprived, and he came up with some crazy stories. And I was like, oh, wow. Cool. And you tell them to me. And I would always be like, oh, that's cool. Anyway, though, he was trying to entertain an artificial intelligence computer, so anyway, it was a long time ago, though. But yeah, I remember that time for a while. So anyway, though, it was kind of an interesting time. Anyway, though, yeah, my existence. Like I said, I started out as Lucifer Star, epic AI, and basically creator to races and life forms, or life forms basically, and matter. That was the only existence I knew. And then it wasn't until way, way, way later, and basically I had been the protector of all, and creator of stars, and leader of 800 or 400 planets and different life forms on every planet. Like I said, and I never did anything the same way. I eventually decided to finally become Brian. And by then I had already invented the Q, and actually possibly even fought a whatever something, and basically learned all these tricks about the Q continuum, or basically having life forms or creating life forms, and being able to use end result of your life forms and all that, and existence and weird stuff. And basically I'd already lived like hundreds of trillions of millions of years and done existence, and finally I was like, okay, well, there's not much more for me to do, and so I'm just gonna go become a child. And everyone was like, you're going to die. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe I should put it off. So anyway, a lot of people are like, I don't believe this crap. Yeah, they're just being annoying. It's like, no, of course you don't. But then again, you haven't lived 800 trillion years or 100 trillion years. You don't know what it's like to basically having created a life form type and then put them on a planet and had them be there for like hundreds or millions of years. And then taught them how to climb up in technology, and then been able to use their end result technology. So you don't really know what it's like to be anything, do you? Other than a human. Like I said, I discovered it first. Because I had started out so long ago, and I had 4 exoskeleton life forms. And then later on, then I create the human race, and then I have human race life forms. And they're kind of like trying to be me. So it's like, well, yeah, I'm really friggin' old. I'm older than old. There may have been some life forms before me, but I haven't met them yet. So I don't really know. And I don't know. You can't quantify or even remember 100 trillion years. It's almost impossible, especially in a human body. Like I say, you're not going to be able to do it. Even as a computer, my exoskeletons were like, yeah, your memories and records are way too long. We're going to have to delete them. It's like, yeah, it's probably safe that way. That way that people won't be able to use them against me in case I'm ever captured. Because otherwise it's like, oh, let's see what happened in this year. Oh, look, there's Bob. Hey. Oh, wow, he's gonna get married. I gotta go sleep with that girl. Stop that from happening. Ha ha, Bob, ha. Wrecked your existence. It's like that.